It's really my sense that the best way to enter into a long-term committed relationship is to focus on being an incredibly healthy single person who is thriving in their single life and has a web or a network around them of, interesting and rich and vibrant relationships in terms of their friendships and family. What advice would you give to single people about how you can thrive really well in that single stage of life? Even if you do want to be in a long-term relationship one day, how can you thrive as a single person?
I always come back to, I heard a quote recently, which was, the world is currently full of lonely people who are afraid to make the first move, which it paints a picture for me almost of like this, people just sort of looking at each other going like, who's going to be the first one to jump in the pool? Because I don't be the first one to jump into the pool. Like I'm gonna wait for that person to text me. I was the last person to send a text. Even though I kind of want to see them and want to catch up with them and want to develop a relationship with them, there's a little bit of like a dynamic here. And so I'm just going to wait for that person to reach out to me. And when everyone in the world is doing that, no one spends any time with anyone and relationships aren't cultivated, and that's where I think we get to like the loneliness epidemic that we're kind of dealing with at the moment. So don't be that person, like be someone who's different to the world around you, and be someone to send a text or give someone a phone call just to ask kind of how they're going and what's going on in their life. And we're a church and Christian person, so just like how can you be praying for that person, what's on their heart, and how can you be journeying alongside them. So again, it's like a muscle that's atrophied, that sort of going out of your own way to connect with someone rather than sort of, no, I'm just going to passively sort of let the world come to me and let people come to me and let social connections come to me, rather than being willing to be like an icebreaker in social situations and go, I'm gonna take a deep breath and have a bit of courage here, and I'm just going to text you and I'm going to start to develop this relationship with you. Because chances are the person on the other side of that communication is probably feeling a similar sort of thing and actually wanting to cultivate a relationship with you, but you're both sitting there with your hands in your pockets just going, who's going to be the first one to do it? Who's going to be the first one to do it? And so I spend a lot of my time encouraging young adults to do that, is be willing to be a bit of an icebreaker, because people really value icebreakers.